This is a story about a time in Israel when people didn't obey God, but just did whatever they wanted to do.
No rules!
The book of Judges ends with the Israelites making lots of terrible choices, like worshiping idols and waging war against each other. They were in a dark place. But how did they get there? Well, they got caught up in a cycle of sin that went on for hundreds of years. The cycle went like this. Step 1. Israel turned from God and worshipped false idols. Step 2. Since God doesn't force himself on people, he allowed them to live life without him. Step 3. An enemy nation conquered Israel and ruled over them. Step 4. Things got so bad that they cried out to God for help. Step 5. God sent a judge to save his people from their enemies and to lead them. And after that judge died, Israel would go right back to step 1. This happened over a dozen times in the book of Judges, and every time it happened, things got worse. Over and over and over and over again, until the nation crumbled into idolatry, godlessness, and civil war. You see, that's how the cycle of sin works. Each time sin draws people back in, they sink a little bit lower. Things keep getting worse and worse until people become slaves to sin. The only way to break sin's destructive force and to not become slaves to sin is to somehow break the cycle. And this is exactly what Jesus came to do: break sin's deadly cycle so that we can be set free. On the cross, Jesus broke the power of sin. He took our sins upon himself so that we could be forgiven. He released us from the trap of sin and from the need to keep on sinning. And when we are free from sin's cycle, we can follow Jesus into a life of freedom and righteousness.